want more ore.
Lo wasn't kidding. This thing gives me the creeps.
Hey! Yeah, once I knew what happened to my team, I had no reason to stick around Deadsville anymore. The journey could have been worse, all things considered. And while business is still slow, I gotta say, it's a lot nicer to be here in Myers Market than in Deadsville. Although, the food here could really use some spicing up. For example, have you ever heard of something called sofrito? No, it's a base sauce for cooking. It used to be really popular in Latin America and the Mediterranean. Usually you cut up a bunch of garlic, onion, peppers, tomato, and cook 'em all together. It's supposed to be super aromatic. Ooh, or what about feijoada? I've only heard of it, but it's supposed to be this rich bean stew with beef or pork, and when you eat it... Even if you did, I don't know how to cook something like feijoada. But I do have an idea where we might be able to find some good recipes. There's an old house near Sunshine Farms to the west. The locals say an old man who was a master cook used to live there. He and his family were killed by deviants over a decade ago, but I can't help but wonder if he left any recipes behind. Obviously, I'd hate for those recipes to be lost forever, so if you can find any, then rest assured that I'll pay you well for them. Hey! Ah, so glad you brought this up. I just have another job for you if you feel up to it. Believe me, I could tell you plenty about Rosetta. But how about you do me a favor first, huh? Your former comrades in the Mayflies may have left something behind that I could use. I've got a client interested in Mayfly artifacts. One item in particular, but I'll take whatever you can find. There's always a market for that kind of thing. There's an industrial area near here, infested with deviants. The Mayflies were holed up there just before they launched their raid. I'm hoping they left behind some artifacts, maybe even the one my client is looking for. You bring me back whatever Mayfly artifacts you find, and I'll tell you what I can about Rosetta. Good luck out there. Ah, great! You made it back. Any luck? Teja, alfajor, chicha, mole, pico de gallo, salsa, tamales. Oh, can you believe it? Just think of all the work that went into these dishes. Fine-tuning the process over generations, getting all the ingredients, marinating, cutting, cooking it, presenting it on the table. That's what our past was like, you know? That's what we lost. Making food not just to survive, but as a joy. An art, even. I can keep this cookbook safe and try to reproduce it for future generations. You're a good egg. Here, this is your reward. And why don't you also take this to brighten up your home out in the wilderness?
My partner Kayla and I were out scavenging. And we got ambushed by some of those vulture bastards. We managed to get away, but I got hit pretty bad. Kayla went to an abandoned hospital nearby to try to find some medical supplies. But it's been more than 2 days, and she hasn't come back. Without those supplies, I don't think I'll make it. I'm begging you. Can you help me out? Oh, thank you. It's not far from here. I'll give you whatever I can for your help. You came back. Did you find anything at the hospital? Oh, thank you. You may have just saved my life. And Kayla, do you know what happened to her? Oh, I see. Thank you for telling me. At least you found out for me, I guess. Here, take this for your help.
Hey there. So, you made it back safe from that former Mayfly base, huh? Exactly why I hired you instead of going there myself. So, find anything my client might be interested in? What's this? A letter home? Huh! My client told me she always felt a letter like this existed, but had never been sent. That's right. There's an old story about a woman who lived on an island. She would light a lamp every night for her brother, who she knew would be sailing home. And every night she waited by the lamp, though her brother never returned. Still, the light shone in the window, dispelling the darkness for her and guiding others back home. Point is, some sacrifices are worth remembering, and this is one of those. Thank you. Have some gifts for you. Weapons and armor mods. They're nothing fancy, but they should get the job done for now. Besides sourcing collectibles, I also dabble in some black market trading to supplement my income. Don't you dare tell anyone that I'm charitable, because I'm not. But I think you could use these more than my usual clients. In case you don't know how they work, I have some manuals that might help. Why am I not surprised to see you all the way out here? In my business, you gotta keep looking for new customers and inventory. Fat lot of good that's done me here, though. The oil workers aren't buying much, and all these industrial sites aren't exactly full of artifacts. That said, there is one place, but it's a bit dangerous. You catch on quick. East Blackfell Junction is an old transit hub not too far from here. After Starfall, it became a thriving survivor settlement. That is, until Rosetta reemerged from wherever they were hiding and took it over. That's the thing. Nobody knows. Some people say a deviation killed everyone there. Others say Rosetta took the survivors away. Whatever happened, the only ones left now are deviants. Still, I figure there must be some interesting artifacts left behind. And you've got just the skill set to go check for me.
That old Rosetta file might be pretty valuable. Nice find. Let's check if there are any other documents around.
I see you made it back. Find anything good? Not bad. This'll make a nice addition to my collection. Rosetta was using it as a transit hub for forced labor. When the workers rebelled, Rosetta had them slaughtered. It must have been abandoned after that. Looks like Rosetta was suffering from a shortage of manpower. They even turned to cloning, if what I'm seeing is right. These bastards. They take whatever they want, no matter the cost to innocent lives. Always have, always will. I'm sick of it. I don't know the answer to that. All I know is Rosetta can't even be called human anymore. Their soldiers are clones, and their leaders are heartless. Here, these weapon blueprints will help improve your firepower. Don't be lenient on Rosetta. They've gotta be destroyed, for the sake of humanity.
You hear that? Bet big! The fortune favors the boldest! Screw this game! It's taking the shirt off my back!
Welcome to the Carnival of Doom! Step right up and join me in this joyful game of roulette! Don't worry, the game is simple. A gun with 6 chambers, 5 loaded, and only 1 empty! A thrill thrilling 1 in 6 chance of survival awaits you all. May the odds be in your favor. Now, let the fun begin! Ah, the first unlucky soul. So sorry. I guess none of that military training came in handy. Bye-bye. Who's next? Come on, don't be shy. How about you? Well, well, well. It seems none of you held the winning card. Oh, hold on. There's one more guest who hasn't played yet. My sincerest apologies for such a mistake. Allow me to make it up to you. How about we start a new round between you and me? Now the odds are down to 50-50. One shot for you, one shot for me. I can't wait to see how the Wheel of Fate turns. Guess who will be kissed by that fatal bullet? You or me? You decide who to pull the trigger. Ooh, take your time and give it a good think. What a do-or-die moment. That should be long enough. Tell me your choice. I didn't quite expect that. But if you say so, I'll be delighted to determine your fate.
I admit it does sound strange, but that is in sun. As for where excellent. And in the cold light of day, not much of a monster. It obviously reacts to the fog, ballooning in size. What do you want to do with it? Well, we can't just release it back into the wild now, can we? It must be contained. I'm sure you have a securement unit you can use to store this deviation. Just make sure not to let it fill your home up with fog. And if my suspicions are correct, this is actually quite a valuable find. I think it will be a boost to your combat power, if used properly. Don't worry. I'll help you find a way to control this little guy. Maybe it could become the guardian of your territory. Ah, fascinating little thing, isn't it? Not too menacing, as long as you know how to take care of it. You must have created quite the meal for it. Once again, I am impressed. It seems no deviation is too much of a challenge for you. As you may have guessed, your payment is the dragon itself. A marvelous deviation you are free to contain in your territory. I'm sure it will benefit you greatly. I will throw in some additional compensation to cover your containment obligations. We are partners, after all, and I do like to know these deviations are being well cared for.
The physical form of the deviation is called shikigami, a ritual object once used in certain religious ceremonies. But now, once harnessed, it is an industrious and reliable servant. I'm sure you saw what it is capable of already. As I said, this deviation has no malice towards humans and can be an excellent addition to the home. As long as you take care of it, it will do its best to help take care of your home. This deviation genuinely enjoys the more tedious household chores. And that is, in and of itself, priceless. Not unlike a bird with important knowledge. Fabulous work, I have to say. Let me take a look. Ah, yes. Do you realize how special this little guy is? That would be nice, but no. It can help you mine, though. As long as it's fed, it will be your best friend. Take the deviation for yourself, and remember to keep it in your territory. Why not? You see, I have no one but myself to look after. But you have a territory and containment facilities to worry about. Call it a gesture of goodwill, and I am more than happy to leave the deviation with you. My interest lies in the deviations themselves, not in the value they can provide me. Knowledge is all I crave.
Time to wake up. Time to wake up, goodness knows. If anyone's earned the right to rest, it's you. But I simply fear there's still so much work to be done. Oh my, a real-life amnesiac hero, just like in the movies. Still, can't you see my name through your cradle? T-M-A-N, please, take this. It's payment for your last bounty. I don't know why you didn't come to me after you finished the job, but you must have your reasons. I won't pry. The amount is correct, right? Of course. Although it's been quite some time since we worked together, I never forgot you. After you disappeared, I could never find a bounty hunter who even came close to what you did. More precisely, eliminating criminals. I'm responsible for receiving clients, reviewing the case, adjudicating the crime, issuing bounties for execution, and collecting fees. You, meanwhile, carried out the bounties themselves. A true agent of justice. I must say, lawlessness has only grown since I last saw you. We really should recommence our work together. A lady asked us to seek revenge for her murdered mother. Rosetta were the ones responsible. An old woman who tried to stand up to the corporation's heavy-handed repression, only to have her head beaten in by one of their goons. Wouldn't you say she deserves justice? Why, just look at the bounty's case file, and you'll be as outraged as I am. Although tensions have long simmered between Rosetta and the people here, there wasn't any open conflict. But then half a year ago, Rosetta forces suddenly went berserk, destroying markets, looting caravans.
Nice to meet you. Yes, I saw it with my own eyes. I thank you for that. My mother would too if she...
Phew. Oh dear. What a pain. Oh dear. Clients can really be troublesome, can't they? Even when everything is settled, they can't help but emerge. Oh, never you mind. It's just a bug. An unresolvable one, alas. Now, shall we tend to business? As always, I am more than satisfied with your work. This is your reward. Prepared beforehand, not a single battery is missing. And of course, it is a pleasure to have you back. Hopefully for even longer this time. In the future, I hope we can work together again. There are countless evils happening all over, waiting to be addressed. have to say, you came at a perfect moment. Are you ready for your next assignment? It's related to a caravan from Greywater. They traveled far, and business was great. However, all the members were killed on their journey back. The murderer is a sneaky deviant. I assume those less fortunate took a shortcut. Who would know it was a path leading into the deviant's trap? The mother of Robin Crichton, Madeline Crichton. She made up her mind to seek revenge for her only child. As you might have known.
Hello, Mayfly. I've been waiting to meet you. Robin is alive, I know, but thank you for telling me. What's done is done. I have paid my price. There is no turning back. If you see Robin, tell him to look after himself. There's not much to say.
What an extraordinary woman, wasn't she? So composed, even when facing such turbulence in life. The courage of people here. Impressive. Aware? Unaware? What difference does it make? After all, the deviant did kill several people, minus Robin Crichton. My judgment still stands. The important thing is justice being delivered. I got paid, and you, after all, get to receive a handsome reward.
So this is the object that created all those stuffed alpacas at Riverside Souvenirs. Who knew that a gingerbread house would have such a fondness for them? Now we just need to find the right home for this house. You know, I think a securement unit in your territory would be the perfect place for it. There is a slight risk, but it's not too high. Although this deviation did cause some disappearances, it only did so when it was all alone out in the wilderness. Once it's held inside a securement unit, I'm sure you won't have to worry about that. And even if it does fill your house with stuffed alpacas, you'll be able to handle that, right? Here, take this as your reward for containing it. I feel much safer knowing that this deviation rests in your hands.
Mayfly, don't kill me. I only joined Rosetta so I wouldn't starve. I swear I haven't done anything bad. A Mayfly asking a member of Rosetta? I won't give up info for nothing, but I'm not asking much. Give me an activator, and I'll tell you. Wait! I'll tell you everything I know. According to my research, this is because they're trapped in a shared dream. They're all placed in the same dream realm, given the same nightmare over and over again. The originator of this dream, probably a transcendent. It should be hiding in the old hospital to the east.
He's not wrong. That old hospital does have an unusual concentration of stardust.
I'm just a researcher. Catching mayflies isn't part of my job. I didn't. I'll never see you again.
It just appeared out of thin air. And it can talk?
Stay back, folks. This thing can move. That backpack. You're a mayfly? Talk about good luck. This thing just appeared out of nowhere, jabbering on and on about who knows what.
Well, we meet at last. Oh, don't be shy. We're going to make the perfect team, you and I can just feel it. So, without further ado, let us begin our first project. Wishes, of course. Why do you think they call me Mr. Wish? So, what is it that you crave? A powerful new weapon? Or a tasteful new garment, perhaps? Just say the word. And, for a few stockroom, the blueprint is yours. Did I tell you? This is going to be a long and happy partnership. I can feel it. Now, go! Get crafting, Meta. That's what I like to hear. As long as you bring me enough stockroom, I can fly through Wish space-time and bring you back the blueprints you desire. Yes, there are too many wishes for just this world to hold, so they are scattered all across time and space. For safekeeping, you see. But I can bring them back. Every day, new wishes are born. From the long-awaited, from echoes from the rift, from everywhere. Without new hopes and dreams, how could this world keep turning? Oh, but I've said too much. I apologize. Come on, then. Reach out your hand and take me home.